This tutorial is for 5th grade, Module 3, Lesson 8a. In this lesson, we're going to use an open number line to add whole numbers and mixed numerals. We use the open number line because it gives the students a chance to enter the number line anywhere they want to help solve the problem. And it's been shown that students who have a good mental number line understand fractions better. So to begin with, this problem asks us to add 2 to 1 1/5. Like I said, an open number line allows the students to enter the problem anywhere that makes sense to them. Since my first number is 2, I'm going to start with just showing 2 on the number line. This arrow tells me that my numbers continue to the left as well as to the right. So I'm just going to mark the 2. And I know that I need to add 1 1/5 to the 2. I'm going to start by adding just the 1. So I know if I make one hop of a whole number and I started on 2, that puts me at 3. Now I need to add 1/5. That means that if the next whole number down is 4, then I need to divide the section between the 3 and the 4 into fifths. So I'm going to draw my lines, and each section now represents 1/5. Since I have to add the 1/5, I'm just going to do one hop. So the first hop was 1 whole, the second hop is 1/5, and I land at 3 1/5 for my final answer. So 2 plus 1 1/5 is 3 1/5. The important part of a number line is to show how far each hop is and where you land each time. In the next problem, I'm going to add 5 2/5 plus 2 3/5. I'm going to start my number line now at 5. So I can start at 5. I'm going to show the 2/5, which means I need to show that in between 5 and 6 there are 5 1/5. So each section represents a fifth. So 5 2/5 would start right here. 5 2/5. There's my 5 as the whole, and then 2/5. I have to add 2 3/5. I'm going to add the 3/5 first, because when I do that, I do a jump of 3/5, and that puts me right at the whole number 6. Now all I have to do from there is add the 2. So I'm just going to do a big jump. I'm going to show that I'm adding 2, and that puts me at the final answer of 8. So by adding the 3/5 first, getting to a whole number, I can then easily do that jump of 2 to land on 8. This is just an example of how a student can attack the problem on a number line. They may want to go ahead and add the 2 first and then the 3/5. Either way, they still should land on 8. Here's one more example. This one asks us to add 9 3/4 to 8. I'm actually going to start with the 9 and do my jump of 8 first, because 9 3/4 plus 8 is the same thing as 9 plus 3/4 plus 8. And because of the commutative property, I can switch these numbers around. I can express this as 9 plus 8 plus 3/4 and still have the same answer. By starting with the 9 and jumping 8, I can get that big jump out of the way first. 9 plus 8 is 17. From there, I just need to add the 3/4. That means I'm going to go to my next whole number, 18. I'm going to break up this section into fourths, and from 17, I'm going to hop the 3/4 to land at 17 3/4 as my final answer. So again, just a different strategy that you can use to add 9 3/4 to 8.